Have you ever stared at a massive steel cruise ship and wondered how it floats when a tiny pebble sinks instantly? The answer isn't magic. It's a battle between two invisible forces, density and buoyancy. First, let's talk about density. Think of it as how crowded an object is. Imagine an elevator with just one person inside. Not very crowded. Now pack 20 people in. That's dense. Scientifically, it's the amount of stuff or mass packed into a certain space or volume. Water has a density of exactly 1. This is our magic number. Anything with a density greater than 1 sinks. Anything less than 1 floats. Gold is over 19 times denser than water, which is why it feels so heavy. But density is only half the story. The other force is buoyancy, the upward push from water. When you get in a bathtub, the water level rises. You've displaced that water. The ancient Greek mathematician Archimedes realized that the water pushes back up with a force equal to the weight of the water you moved. If that upward push is stronger than gravity's downward pull on you, you float. So, how does the steel ship win this fight? Steel is nearly 8 times denser than water, so a solid block sinks like a stone. But a ship isn't a solid block. It's a giant hollow shell filled mostly with air. This shape displaces a colossal amount of water. The weight of all that displaced ocean water creates a massive upward buoyant force, much greater than the ship's own weight. It's an engineering trick that turns a sinking material into a floating vessel. From hot air balloons rising because hot air is less dense, to why it's easier to float in salty oceans, these two principles govern our world in ways we rarely see. It's not the material that matters most, but the space it takes up.